12:45, we'll have 4 groups. One is a breakout session where new parents. So if you're a new parent to homeschooling and you'd like to know more about what it's about, what questions you may have, fears that you'd like to talk about, challenges that you're experiencing currently, you'll be going with Adira. So Adira, just wait. The second group is for single parents. So if you're a single parent and you're homeschooling, right, and you'd like to just express and find out how does a single parent, how they're able to go through this journey alone, what kind of challenges are they facing, how have they been able to overcome the challenges that they're facing. So if that is you and you'd like to join that group, you will be going with Pauline. Yep. The third group is called Demystifying Assessments, all right? And that group will be headed by Joanne. Joanne, all right. No, under 12, we'll be going into the garage.
Is that I like open discussion, because I believe that when I'm teaching your kids or when I'm talking to you guys, that everyone comes with knowledge and that knowledge is valued. What do you think assessment is, or what does assessment mean to you, really quickly?
Assessment is part of the educational process, so that when you teach at the end, you need to know what they have processed and what they need to still process. So assessment is part of that process.
Part of the process. Thank you.
To see how whether you are getting according to what you set out to achieve, that you are getting there.
You are getting there. So a yardstick, a measuring tool, anything else? How the kids are faring?
So benchmark.
A benchmark. Yes. Placement. Okay.
Close your eyes for a moment and think back to the moment when you first held your son, your daughter, even though the multiple ones. Think back to the very first time you held your baby in your arms. Just close your eyes on and just think about that for a moment.
Like my child is struggling in this, can you work with her and then me I'll help you with your child like this. So you find even the richness of homeschooling gets bigger than you having them in a normal school. Like for you seeing that as a problem, that would be a place I'd recommend for you to actually. Yes.
The main issue is finances. So I don't understand how I still need to figure out how I'm going to work and homeschool them, because eventually I'm going to take them. So that's my main issue. I still haven't figured it out.
And the fact that, especially if it's an only child. Yes. I think that's the challenge. Because then if you have siblings, then it's really, they have each other. That's already a social network in itself. And then in the evening, the other kids come from school. If you live in a place where there are other children, then it's easy for them to just go and socialize. And you see, if your child is really withdrawn,
Once they get traumatic, his personality, now society decides to see what you're doing.
What you've done this comfort level as well as personality, traits. But in terms of homeschooling, you definitely have the opportunity to mix and socialize in a more natural way, the way that we would have done if we had stayed in the villages and as opposed to grouping everyone together by ages.
Project learning goes much deeper than just a quiz. Memory versus creation. Analyzing, compare and contrast, much deeper than simply filling in blanks. So we want to demand more from our students. How do we do that? If we're home educators, and then as parents, we don't have all the skills. I should never teach anyone math. So I know that for myself as a home educator, I'm not going to do the math, because I'll be putting my kid at a disadvantage. I'm not even going to try to assess his math once he's 5 years old. But what can I do? I'm great at literacy. I'm an author. I'm a writer. I create curriculum. That's what I did for my job before. So as parents, what are your skills? What are your gifts? What are you weak on? Do you need to bring in extra support for that? And then being honest with ourselves about what that really means.
Going down the GL assessment for English, Math and Science, you're going GL assessment for CAT, and then you're going straight for PSAT and SAT. PSAT for grade 8 and 9, PSAT for grade 10, and then SAT. Because one of the requirements for Princeton Harvard a year is going to be a TET test of, SAT of 1500 out of 1600. So from 11 years old, you can start to plan for your SAT score.
And so, but always remember, let's not train our kids or take our kids through school out of fear. We are the first teachers, not always their best teachers, but definitely the first. Sometimes we're the best and the worst at the same time. It's really interesting that way. We kind of do this thing as parents. We kind of vacillate back and forth, and that's okay. Being human about it, knowing when we need to take a break so that we don't burn out, knowing that when we need that extra support is a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful process. I encourage all of us to share your gifts with your children. If you are good at music or you're great at computers, teach your kids that. Make that one of the subjects in school. That's a leg up. That's already putting them in a job opportunity.
If you go to the National Museum of Kenya, it is there clearly explained on the wall that part of our colonization was through education. So I'm not talking anything that's, strange. How can we fix it? It is also through education. And as homeschoolers, we already are taking the path that is least less traveled, it's unpopular, we are daring to go against the grain. So we're already on a path that says, okay, you're doing something different. So now what we need to do as homeschoolers is strengthen the education that we are providing to our children by causing our children and our communities to once again lift up our culture. Let's begin to use our mother tongues again. Okay, that's another thing that we've lost. So we stop using our mother tongue so that we can learn English with the homonyms and the homophones and present participle and irregular verbs that confuse even people who are native born English speakers. So we need to, again, use education, use homeschooling to lift up our culture, lift up our people, help our children to see that there is pride in being a son and daughter of Africa, not only here on the continent, but wherever we are in the world. And so that is why, the primary reason why we wanted to come together and form Head. Fellow founding members, Dr. Joanne Ball-Burgess, Sister Fazil Mancho, Rose Marigu, and Grace Muita. And I want to just take a moment as well to just thank you all publicly because